everyone, so welcome to Stone Takes On, and I was thinking today because we love the Marvel Cinemaverse. They have literally spoiled everything, and Daredevil just came out, and we're binge watching it. We can't get enough of this thing, right? So how do we get to the point where we're expecting so much out of everything in our movies these days? Because here's what really hit me was when they announced there's no end credit scene in Age of Ultron. I almost flipped it. I was like, how do we know what to tease us for, what to expect? I really want to see Spider-Man. I had such expectations, and I'm not going to get that. So let's look back at what Marvel decided they wanted to do. For those who don't know, they decided they wanted to create an interconnected Cinemaverse that went over TV and film. All of it connects together, starting with, I think, Iron Man and just moving on. And everyone has just gone gangbusters crazy for it. We've got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., we've got Daredevil, the other Netflix series coming up. They're doing an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. spinoff. We had Agent Peggy Carter, which was phenomenal. We've got all the movies that tie into it, and things that happen in the movies happen in the TV show, which then reverse things that happen in the TV show happen in the movies. And it's really kind of spoiled us in how we watch and expect our entertainment. That so much so that DC's now trying to jump on the bandwagon. I'm like, is it too late for them? Or are they just going to kind of throw everything into a basket and hope it comes out okay? Because their Cinemaverse on TV is working okay, but not so much the film. And what they're doing is they're keeping them separate, which I think is a really bad idea. I mean, look at what Marvel's doing, DC. Why don't you do the same thing? And I think one of the other aspects that made it really clear to me is how much people rallied against The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Because Sony was trying to do the same thing. And I was right there with you guys. When I first saw Spider-Man 2, I was like, what the hell are they doing? They messed it all up. But when I watched it again recently with a completely span of time between it, it's not that bad of a movie. But because of what Marvel's doing, we go in with such an expectation that we couldn't let it succeed. I have a feeling that's what's going to happen to DC when we see Batman vs. Superman. We're going to walk in there expecting what Marvel's doing, but not quite getting it. So I don't really know what they're going to happen to do with it, but I weep for us as a whole because in general, we now expect way too much. What's going to happen when Avengers Age of Ultron fails? Or they go into Ant-Man and nobody likes it? Their bubble's going to pop. We just spent a lot of time talking about popping bubbles. What's going to happen when the Marvel Cinemaverse bubble pops? We're going to have to go back to the regular TV the way it was, and regular movies that don't have anything to do with each other? Not really quite sure. I really want to know what your thoughts are. Write in the comments below. Let us know what your feelings are on the Cinemaverse and how it spoiled us. But up next is the fan service trailer show. We're going to talk about the Lego video game that's coming out. We're so excited.